Julie, a hard-fought battle, which is what we were expecting. Do you look at this one as points dropped or kind of a hard point earned, considering you had to come from behind?
Points dropped, for sure. Obviously, we'll take the point. We know Netherlands is a really good side, and we knew it was going to be a battle for sure. But I think especially with the second half we have, we're a little disappointed that I don't think we put 1, 2, 3 in the net.
How hard was it this time around to break down that defense? As someone who I know does like to get involved in the attack as well, we know Alex said we were expecting them to be quite organized, which they were, but did you feel like you had enough to break it down?
Yeah, I think the second half we came in with a little bit more energy, a minute more flair, a lot more aggression, especially stepping off in the transition for sure. So we had our opportunities, and it's about putting them away.
And speaking of putting it away, Vladko did tell us about how you guys went through videos of the last match of all the missed chances in this one. This one's still probably not quite there yet. What do you think is just not clicking there?
I think it's just kind of how the tournament goes. You kind of build into a tournament. That's what you want to do, and you want to keep getting better and better. And we have the most faith into our forwards. They're world class, and so we'll get them.
All right, Alex, we just spoke to Julie, and she did say that this kind of feels like 3 points dropped as opposed to a hard point earned. How do you see it, though, since you did have to come from behind?
Yeah, we did, but once we got that goal, we knew it was coming. We knew it was inevitable, and not to get the second when it's, I think, a bit unlucky. We played in their half almost the entire second half. I don't even think they had really dangerous opportunities in the second half. So just to see us come into locker room, regroup, and come out in the second half and put on that display, I'm really proud of the group. But yeah, we're not happy if we're not getting the win. Obviously, it puts the first place of the group just up for grabs now, and so we have to close. The job when we play against Portugal in a few days.
And then I know that they do tend to say that you learn a bit more when you do drop points from this kind of a match. What do you take from it?
Yeah, I think it's just finding where overloads are, knowing when the right time to cross is, taking advantage when we win the ball high up, transitioning and finding the right pass. So I think there's a lot of takeaways from this game, but I think the fight that we showed was also was great for us to continue that and get that momentum and confidence.
Well, no World Cup is complete without an Alex Morgan goal. I think a lot of people are waiting for it. How are you feeling out there?
I'm feeling good. It's coming, and I'm just being patient with it and trying to do as much as I can to put myself and Soph and Trin in goal-scoring positions, and got myself in some of those positions today, but now it's all about putting them back in the net.
And then your co-captain, Lindsay, another goal for her. How amazing is it to see her getting it at this level?
Yeah, it's so great. I mean, I think a goal was going to come from one of us. It was inevitable, and just for Lindsay to get another goal and on the scoreboard is amazing. We practice those corners all the time, and she was in the right place at the right time because we train that every single day, and she deserved that goal.
Crystal, we expected this to be an absolute battle royale. That's what it looked like out there. I see your socks are torn. That's always a good sign. Fight club out there. It was physical. It was gritty. How do you rate the overall performance, though? Because as we spoke to Julie, she says she looks at it as 3 points dropped as opposed to a hard point earned.
Yeah, I mean, I think we did enough to put, we could have put some goals, obviously, in the net, but I think for us, it's taking a lot of pride in getting back into the game. You know, it's not an easy thing to do to go down in a World Cup. There's so much pressure, and so the stakes are high. But I think for us to climb back and get a point is better than none. But I think we did enough to definitely walk away with 3 points.
The second half, of course, was a completely different story. You guys were all over them, definitely. And just talk to me a little more about the impact that Rose has as well when she comes on, because she hits the ground running, doesn't she?
Yeah. Rose is an incredible player. She obviously brought so much energy and so much momentum when she came in. Obviously, I'd love to see her minutes grow and more, obviously, as the tournament goes on. But, she's an amazing player and gives us so much momentum on that field.
Crystal, thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All right, Lindsay, last time you said it was a dream to captain your country in a World Cup. You did that. You scored. Here you are again, back-to-back goals. Tell me about the emotions surrounding this one.
Oh, my gosh, it was crazy. I think that second half in itself, there was such a momentum shift. I think we're a little disappointed with how we came out in the first half and kind of the pressure that we were under. But the second half, everything changed for us. We kept pressing them. We kept going. So many opportunities came with that, and our team just played more like a team. And I think you saw that. And I think with the goal, it was kind of like there was full belief that we were going to put the ball in the back of the net. We've been working on that play for how many weeks have we been here? Rose put it on a dime, and I'm really happy that we came back and tied, but obviously we want that win.
And you mentioned Rose there, the second game in a row. How much does she change the game when she comes on? What is it about her that makes her so special?
Well, it's crazy. There's players that, boost a team's confidence, and Rose is that player. You see her coming onto the field, and you're like, wow, I want to go play. I want to, Rose is coming on. She's going to change the game. So I think that's such again, it's a confidence booster for the team. So she's such a special player. The things that she can do on the ball, off the ball, and then the service that she can put in, she's a game changer.
Well, we've got a bit of mixed emotions. Spoke to Julia, and she said that she looks at this as 3 points dropped. Spoke to Crystal, and she said, you know what, it's a hard point earned, considering you had to come from behind. How do you see it, and I suppose, what's the message going into the next one?
Well, again, I always want to win, but again, it's such a good team that we just faced, and it was such a competitive match. It was a battle, and I do take it as a win. What we did in the second half and the opportunities that we created, and coming back and scoring that goal and tying that game. So that part is a win to me. But obviously, we would love to take away 3 points, but we move forward in next game.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it felt really good. And I do agree with that. Obviously, it took a little bit of time for this game to get that going, but I think we were a lot closer together, and we were kind of feeding off each other more than we did in the last game. And with that, I think if Alex was moving closer to the ball side, then I was getting on the inside shoulder. Soph was popping back, Alex was making the run, so I think those opposite movements and interchange between us three was really good today.
It looked like that communication was just smoother today.
Yeah, it was really good, and obviously with the midfields too, having them underneath as well for us to work off has been really good.
Trin, we just spoke to Alex, and she said that even though her goals haven't come yet, it's because she's been trying to assist the likes of you and Sophia. Now that you guys are the future, how does it make you feel to, I suppose, hear legends assisting you? And is that kind of the direction you feel the team's going?
Yeah, that's awesome that she said that. Obviously, I think what's awesome about this team is that we're not selfish, and that coming from Alex, speaks volumes. But I think at the end of the day, this team is going to do anything and everything to win, if that's scoring themselves or if that's setting a easier goal up for somebody else, even though they have a chance. So, yeah, I think this team's awesome, and we'll continue to improve.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.